Hey guys, my name is Rarimo and welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If it's your first time here, thank you so much and I hope you do consider subscribing at the end of the video. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you. Thank you for showing me love and support. I appreciate it. Today is a sit down video and I'm gonna make it quite interesting because because of unavoidable circumstances, I was not able to do a vlog video last week. So this week I wanted to do something interesting. I wanna do a get to know me because I have a few new subscribers on here and you probably like, who is this girl? What is she about? Yes, let's do a get to know me. And of course, because I'm a small wig, I'm not a big wig, so I never went to Instagram to ask for questions or whatever. So I'm just going through a couple of questions that I came up, that I saw online. That would be kind of interesting to know me. I'm done rambling. But we'll do it while I attempt to do my makeup. Do not mind my hair. I know it is a total mess right now, but I used to be an esthetician, and as an esthetician, you do learn how to do makeup. And so I used to do makeup, but I haven't done makeup in over like 3 years or so. So on a normal day, like of course I don't wear makeup all the time, but when I do, I'm trying to remind myself how we used to do makeup. So I'm going to attempt to do like a full face beat. And again, attempt. So attempt with me. I'm not a pro. I'm just someone who knew how to do makeup but wasn't really good at it. So yeah, this is not a tutorial for how to do your makeup. This is how Warimo does her makeup. And I hope I have enough time to do this. So let's get started. And I'll start with the first question. So first things first. My name is Warimo. My first name is not up for discussion. Unless you find me on LinkedIn, and we're not going to talk about that. But yeah, I am 32 years old. I'm turning 32 years old this year in October. I was born and raised in Kenya. I was born in Thika Maternity Hospital. Thika. I was born in Thika. Shortly after I was born, we moved to Nyeri, and that's where I grew up for majority of my life. So first things first with my makeup, I usually do the powder first method. I'm going in with I know it's, can't even tell, but it has the MAC logo. This is my MAC Studio Fix. But I do have the Fenty Beauty one as well. So yeah, I go with the powder first to set my face, and then I will do the foundation right after this. So yeah, born and raised grew up in Nyeri, went to primary school there. Actually went to primary school when they used to teach Kikuyu. I did learn Kikuyu in primary school. Then we moved to another school. I moved quite a lot. But in class six, I remember when I was in class six, which is like sixth grade, is when I went to boarding school. And then began the 3 years of what I would call the one of the three most challenging years of my life. I went to a boarding school called Snowview Academy. It's in, I guess, between Narumoro and Nanyuki. Like, it's not all the way in Nanyuki. It's like on your way to Nanyuki. But when I tell you that place was literally at the foot of Mount Kenya. Foot of Mount Kenya. It was cold. It was cold. My God, it was cold. God, anyway, I'm getting triggered when I remember. I remember that life. When I remember those days, I'm really getting triggered right now. But anyway, let me not trigger myself because man, I felt like I was abandoned over there. It was tough. And then it was one of those schools that were private, and so the owner had a point to prove. And the point to prove was like, you want to become the best in the district so that you get more people to come to your school. So for you to become the best, you have to really sit on your students and make sure they do good. Let me tell you, class 8, first of all, we used to be beaten. We used to be beaten. And then I messed up. Story time. I messed up. When I got there, my first exam, their first exam in class 6, I became number one in that class. And there was a rule. If a newcomer comes, they're not supposed to pass you. So the rule was, if there's a newcomer, you know how we used to do like results day or something where you're lined up from number one to the number last. If there's a newcomer standing in front of you, just know that is war. You're going to be beaten. So me, let me tell you, I was number one in that class. And let me tell you, everybody in the class was beaten because of me, since I was number one. So the entire class. Hey, the second exam I became student number 3. The other one I became number 5, and it was a decline from there. Now you see, I was marked because I was the one newcomer that came and became number one. From there, hey, let me tell you, anytime I failed or did not perform, there was a mark on me. Okay, I used to be beaten. Wait, Jesus. Anyway, class 8, we used to do 3 exams a week. 3 exams, because our second term and third term used to do 3 exams per week to prepare us for KCPE. Well, anyway, trigger match. But it taught me how to be hard. I was hardened. I was hardened. Anyway, let me put on my foundation. I am going in with this Maybelline 24-hour stay foundation in the shade Mocha. Let me put this on and then I'll continue story time. Your call has been forwarded to an. This is the part about makeup that I really don't have patience for this blending for perfection. I really don't have this patience. That's why I don't do makeup anymore. And too much work. Also, I think there's a makeup bag that I'm missing that would be really helpful at this moment, but we move. It has like my eye pencils and mascara. But yeah, so I think we have a good blend of the foundation. And so now see, this next part is the part that for me, even when I was doing makeup, this part always, it's Verimo Zero concealer one, always. I'm gonna attempt to like highlight and contour. First of all, that's too light, so let's change the concealer. We need a lighter one. Do this one. This is new. And I even bought concealers because I was like, I want to be more diligent about doing like real makeup. Open this. But yeah, so let me go ahead and put this on. Ooh, yeah, okay. Oh, we had put that on. Okay. All right, let's see. So after primary school, let me say this. I managed to finish primary school. Thankfully, I got what I got. After all that preparation, you would think I would have gotten 400 plus marks, but I did not. Anyway, I didn't fail too much. It wasn't what I was expecting. I was actually very disappointed when I got my results. Like, I cried. My mom was trying to like comfort me, like, oh, it's not that bad. I'm like, I used to get 420s. Like, I was bright, but I have no idea what happened with my KCP. I was very, very disappointed. Like, I literally cried. I shed tears. I got a 381. I really felt like deserved over 400, but I guess it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. Anyway, so okay. All right, let's go ahead and blend this. So yeah, with my 381, I was called because I'm using our called because people will understand. I was called to Mahiga Girls High School. I'm just saturating my blender with then NYX matte setting spray, finishing whatever. I'm doing this because I see people doing it, not because I know why I'm doing it anyway. So blend, blend, blend. So yeah, I was called to Mahiga Girls High School. Wasn't too thrilled because it wasn't my top choice because again I felt like I deserved to have performed better. But my sister had just gone to that school before, so she had just like graduated from the same school. So I was excited to go to the same school as she went to. Uh, Little did I know I'm going to go and live under her shadow, which was like perfect record. She was like so loved by everyone. My sister was everybody's favorite. And I was not. I was not everybody's favorite. So I was really trying to live up to, that whether or not I was living under her shadow, like whatever reputation she had made for herself, which was really good. Like she was a dining hall prefect, but she was really good and she was very smart. So a lot of my time there was even the teachers were like they kept reminding me, oh, your sister was like this. Oh, your sister was like this. Somebody needs to ask me, are you sure you asked the sister? I'm like, okay, I am my own person. Funny thing is, same thing happened in college. I ended up going to the same college as she went to, and the same cycle repeated itself there. But it's not a bad thing. It's a great reputation to. I mean, she held it. She set up a good name for us. So I was just trying to live up to that name. So yeah, that's what's up. Oh, I mentioned my sister. I did not. I should have probably mentioned that Um, our family, there's six of us, my mom, my dad. I have two elder brothers and my sister. I am the last born. Yes. I mean the last born, had to shout yangu, don't shout at me. Last born. Anyway, so now I am going again. By the way, this is Kenyaji makeup. Please, this is not a tutorial. This is how I do makeup. I'm going in with my Wet and Wild this kind of setting powder and see if we can set this concealer. But anyway, we move on with the story time. So, how people look like Jesus. Ooh, ooh. Honestly, this is a whole mess, but do I look? Oh my God. We're gonna clean up. We're gonna clean up. We're gonna clean up. So, yeah, after primary school, my life in primary school, but it was, I would never wish that on anyone. Anybody, no. I hope they have changed by now, by the way. I really hope they've made it better. We used to shower with cold water, like, and it's very cold. I'm telling you, literally, it was a 30-minute drive to the foot of Mount Kenya. So we used to wake up and see Mount Kenya like this. It was cold. And then you wake up and shower with cold water. God, Jesus, I hated it. I hated it. Anyway, we survived. We survived. High school. A lot of people, whenever they came to high school, that was their first time in like boarding school. Me, I was already used. I had 3 years done already. So I didn't feel like too much like homesick when I was being dropped off. I knew how to live without my mom at this point. So I did pretty fine the first year. And then I mentioned my sister had gone to that school. So there were some people like under her, like her friends, who literally took me in. So whoever were her friends kind of became my friends. And then now, okay, sorry, I'm still looking at work. Yeah, so but now the issue is they were expecting me to be as cool as my sister, which I'm not. I'm my own person. So initially they were so excited and everything, and then they kind of just died down because I mean, again, we're not exactly the same people. I will gravitate to different people, but I do appreciate the setup. Like, the people who are her friends were pretty good people. So yeah, landed pretty well. Of course, I knew come with a whole bunch of new t-shirts. So my first year wasn't like fresh. It was freshman, but it was kind of elevated freshman. And then I remember I went to drama festivals the first like semester, which never happens to any first year person, or never ever happened like first years. But I remember I went with my like baggy skirt. You know the baggy skirt you're given? I went to it. I did not know. I did not know. So by the time I was getting to high school, I really didn't have much of like worrying at all. Like I was more grown up, like still struggling to shower with cold water. This is the first time you'll ever hear me say this. There's days I know I did not like fully shower because I couldn't shower with cold water. And this is like like the cold just literally made me sick. And after we finished form four, like I was sick for a very long time because I just couldn't get over it. I actually had acute bronchitis, so because of the cold. So I used to befriend people who used to get like special hot water, and they would give me just a little bit. Like I would have two people give me just like a scoop, and then like that's those are the days when I would actually do like a full body shower. But if I didn't get hot water, honey, it is passport. I would just wash like from the bottom down, and then the rest is wipe. We're wiping because I couldn't stand cold water touching. Like even till today, me and cold water we don't mix well. So let me do my eyebrows, and I'll come back and we'll continue with the story. When I say high school was survival for the fittest, if you went to high school in Kenya, you know what I mean. Guy, please share stories with me of how your high school was. If you went to one of those bougie high schools where you have like, please, if you went to a bougie high school, please do not comment. High school was the ghetto. It was the ghetto. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. I don't know how we survived, but we did. We did. We survived. Oh, we survived. I like again the cold water. I couldn't stand it, and then the githeri. Oh my God, Jesus, we ate a lot of githeri. And then the school I went to, we didn't have midterms. We never went home for midterm. So guess what used to happen to a lot of people? We used to get sick a lot. Let me tell you, bruh. This is a confession time. There's literally a day I went to the the clinic. If you are sick, if you feel like you're sick after lunch, you used to go get permission to go to the clinic, which is literally just outside the door there, like the next gate after our school. But then there was like no shops. You couldn't buy anything. But what you are hoping for is that your diagnosis is so bad that they will give you a referral for you to go to near PGH or again PGH so that you could be seen there. There's literally a day I went because my eyes were paining, and when the doctor was giving me that like test, bruh, I pretended I could not read. I pretended I could not read. I was like, huh? I can't see what? Even that big letter. I can't see. I'm struggling, bruh. I got that referral. I got the referral. I got the referral. People used to fake it till you make it because, and let me tell you, one of the biggest thing was because we, at a point, we were not allowed to do like perm to perm our hair. So you're getting a blow dry done when you're leaving home for school, like opening day, you're getting blow dry on your natural fussy hair, and that blow dry is supposed to maintain you for the entire 3 months that you're gonna be in school. Like how? Ulisikia wapi? Me, I don't understand those archaic rules. They were just, and then you don't have a midterm, and that is why you had a lot of people looking for ways to go home. Like if you had school when people are being sent home for school fees, people used to say, like, I'm going home. Of course, there are those people who are like, I wish I didn't have to go home because then I know school is closed because the situation at home is bad, and I get it. And of course, there was a lot of ignorance back then, but eh, Wait, any chance to leave the school mid in the middle of the semester so you can go blow dry your hair and buy a biscuit because we didn't have a canteen in school. Our school was the ghetto. If you're a teacher or somebody, a board member of Mahika Girls High School, I hope till this day there is someone who opened a canteen. At least give them midterm. Like you will come a test. So that's just too much. Why keep students in school for 3 whole months without, and that's why people are really really finding ways to get out of the school, even the reasons that are not really like solid. So please give people a canteen so they can buy some snacks and give them a semblance of like home or something, or have midterms so you have something to look forward to. You go home for a weekend and come back. But yeah, it was torture. It was torture. Oh Jesus. But we learned to survive. So what I did, I immersed myself in every extracurricular activity that was available. Literally, anything that would get me out of the school. I was in music festivals. I was in drama festivals. Well, I was good at them. I was good, and for you to be part of it, they expect you to also be good in school. Like you can't be number last in classes and then not me uh, last in class and still think you will be part of drama and music festivals. No, because once they get started, and if you move, it took a lot of your time. It really did take a lot of your outside time. So you had to really be good in school. So I immersed myself in all those things. And then even in Form 3, I joined Science Congress. Yani there's nothing that was happening outside school that Bayrimo's name was not there. I was there every time. In Form 4, I remember there was Science Congress. I was a computer student. But tell me why I had a home science exhibit. I don't even remember who was my teammate, but we had a home science exhibit, and it was for, I think, soya beans, anything to get me outside, anything to do, literally anything to get me outside of education. I did it. I did it. Even Rangers. I was a Ranger, and I was actually a commander of the Rangers. I was in everything. So every term there was something to take me out. First term used to be drama club, drama festivals, and then Founders Day. So I used to be out. Actually, some people used to call me Kopawa Bus, like prefecture bus, because I was always in that bus. Always. And then second term is music festivals. And then third term was the symposiums. But anyway, I got my chance to go out, would go get at least buy some biscuits out there from people who used to sell them, just so you can feel some happiness, satisfy your soul. But yeah, for some reason, I still managed to sort of pass. Let me tell you, I had completely given up on myself in high school. And this is the time where I knew my dad had applied for me to go to America. So a part of me knew once I graduate, or even before I graduate, I was like, I know I'm going to America. So what? Why am I putting so much effort into all this stuff? And that was a really bad mentality, because if I knew, I probably would have studied harder, but I did not. Aki sikusoma. Even when you're doing KCSE, mi sikusoma. That one, I did not. KCP, I felt like something was taken away from me. But KCSE, oh, that one, whatever I got, it was a miracle of God. I ended up getting a B plus of 73 points, which was pretty good. It was literally 1 point away from an A minus. I would be saying I have an A. Anyway, me, I was a joker. I was a joker. Mi nilikuwa team. Let's go outside. What else is happening? Kuna symposium. Is there another event I can take up outside the Nini? Let's go. Let us go. But anyway, we managed to survive high school, and after high school, that 1 year of waiting to go to be, I mean, for the results. We used to wait for the results for a very long time, for several months actually, because I finished in November of 2008, and the results don't come out until, I think, January the following year or February around there. So to keep myself busy, just like everybody else, I migrated to Nairobi from the village to go and do computer packages and whatever, whatnot, escape the village. And I was staying with my sister in her campus dorm room in UN, hall 13. I'll now forget. Ooh, see, we survived. Um, but yeah, that was my first introduction to life in Nairobi. I started acting. Oh my God, I used to be an actor. By the way, I was an actor in a TV show. I had a TV show. Oh my God, and I used to be paid. Our TV show was called Rosa, but it was only there for like one season, and then I don't even know what happened to it. But yeah, I acted for a short stint. Which is why I met the character development person of my life, the person who character developed me. Uh, be proper character development. But we moved on. We grew. We learned from your silly, stupid mistakes in your teenage and early 20s years, and you move on, and life goes on. So I've done my eyebrows. I was going in with my LA Pro Girl in the shade Toast, and I was using this brush to kind of just like lay down. I like that shade because it is not too far from my foundation, but it still gives me the sleek edges that I wanted. All right, so again, and then after the results come out, there's another almost whole year before you actually like begin kusoma, like before you are the admission process. Job admission was just a mess. Anyway, I really don't want to go into all those deep stories. If you want a story of college life was another thing. Anyway, this video would be so long if I gave you the entire storyline. I started by saying I am the fourth born in our family of four kids. Went to Mahiga Girls High School, went to UON. I mean, I went to the University of Nairobi. Yes, show some respect on the University of Nairobi. And then after that, after I graduated in 2014, that's when I moved to America in 2015, and my life started. So anyway, these are actually the questions I wanted to get into, and I'm gonna do like quick fire. What time do you go to bed? Anytime after 11 p.m. I used to go to bed earlier, but nowadays I don't know. Anytime after 11 p.m. How would you rate your childhood on a scale of 1 to 10? You know what? I have come to learn it's not however my childhood was, it was a 10 out of 10 because my parents would that is what my parents would afford. That is what they gave me, and I love whatever they gave me. It was a 10 out of 10. That was the best I could have gotten, and I love it. What's your funniest memory from high school? This is not a funny moment. It's not even, it was funny to other people, but it wasn't funny to me. There's a day we were closing school. Oh, we were closing school, and then what we used to do is we used to have skirts called skirts zamanyo. So skirts zamanyo is a skirt you take and you make it like very slim fitting, and shorter because like, you couldn't wear such skirts to like regular class. So I had this skirt kamanyo, but then I had worn it inside, and then so we had to go for our final parade, the parade before the closing parade. So me and myself and I decided to, I don't know, one of my classmates, I was looking for a skirt that I could wear on top so that after the parade is over, I just remove it and go home. Eh, wait, who is to tell you that the principal did not catch me? She saw me in the line and she was like, that skirt is very ugly. She called me to the front. The skirt did not even have a zipper. It was my classmate's. Her name was Beatrice, I'll not forget. She looked at me, she was like, this skirt is very ugly. She came when she looked closer, the skirt did not have a zip. And then she saw inside another skirt. What? Needless to say, I paid in that same parade, I know there were numerous people, because that's what we used to do. We used to wear a bigger skirt, like za kufagia floor. We used to wear a bigger skirt for parade. Alafu, once you leave and you're running to go to the outside the gate, you remove. Now you wear, you wear your skirt ya manyo. I was caught. I paid the price for everyone else who was there. And of course, I couldn't even at try to say, oh, I know it's everybody who does that. Charm, and I tell you, I was punished. I was given a punishment on closing day. My mom thought I got lost. Man, I gave my mom a headache. I'll never forget that day. It was one of the worst days of my life. It was funny because now I laugh about it. But back then, I felt like oh my God, that principal. But she retired. She retired. This stuff is so triggering to talk about because it's triggering me. Like, why? Why are you making such a big deal out of it? Oh, anyway, 1 second. Sorry, I got a call and just continue to do my makeup. But anyway, yeah, I paid the price and I was given a punishment on closing day. Imagine, I was the only student left in the school to do a punishment. Tamaka. Oh my goodness. Actually, it's the deputy who gave me that punishment. I'll forget. If you're seeing this video, I still got feelings. Maze kuna vitu zingine. You let go, like let me go home and then I come back, you give me a punishment. You're giving me a punishment and people have already gone home. Of what purpose? Anyway, I just feel like sometimes teachers in high school, nikisirani, it's like, people who to ask stress with you. What's the purpose? What's the goal of leaving one student in the entire school alone to do a punishment while you can hold it off and have her do it when she comes back? Anyway, it's all good. I didn't even do anything much. I was there for a couple of hours and then I was like, you know what, I'm going home. So yeah, that was that. Not funny, but it's funny now, but it wasn't funny then. What's your favorite holiday? At this point, I want to say Thanksgiving and Christmas holidays only because we get so much more time off. We get more time off. People are really not working. People have taken vacation, so work is a little bit slow. So yeah, it's my favorite. It's my favorite holiday. What's your best trait? I can say, I guess, I have a lot of patience. I think I do have a lot of patience with people. I give people a lot of chances. Do I? I think what I do is this is what I usually say. I'm very like welcoming. I give people a chance to prove me wrong. Like I will I if I meet you, I give you my trust 100% and I give you a chance to prove me wrong. But most people earn their trust and I get that. I don't know why I do that. Like if I meet you and you're a new person or whatever, I'm going in believing that you're a good person, you're not going to do anything bad to me and everything. And then once you start doing those things to me, I start subtracting. I don't know, it makes me feel like I have a big heart for such things. How long was your longest relationship? My present one. 3 years of marriage, 2 years of dating, so 5 years. That's the longest relationship. Anything I anything else that happened before I was married was nothing. Actually, I never really was ever in a like a actually. I was never in an actual relationship before my husband. No one ever really claimed me that way. Still have feelings about that, but anyway. Even the first situationship that I had that I told you that gave me character development, they never really claimed me. So my husband was the first person who actually claimed me. So he's the only person I've been in a relationship with. And I love him for that. That's one thing that really drew me so close to him because I was missing that. So yeah. Did you go to college? Of course I did. I went to the University of Nairobi. I don't know if it's still like, class on its own, but I went to the University of Nairobi. What was your favorite subject in high school? This may come as a shocker to you, but my favorite subject was chemistry and Swahili. And then in Form 3 and Form 4, math became my second favorite subject. I know. Tell me about it. Oh my God, my eyeliner stuff. Where is it? Okay, I have to improvise this eyeliner situation because I told you there's some Ninis missing from here. So we don't have an eyeliner, but we do have black eyeshadow, so we're going to improvise. And funny how I forgot that I actually had this smoky eyeshadow palette. This is what I should have used. What's wrong with me? And this is my problem. I have things that I don't even know that I have. Let's finish this eyeliner because we don't have an eyeliner. Not bad. Coming through. Let's do a couple more questions. Favorite subject? Math. Let me say maths, chemistry, and Swahili, which are the three subjects that I got an A minus on. I could tell. You could tell. What's your favorite ice cream flavor? I do not like ice cream, but I'll take froyo. And for froyo, I do a couple of I do like cake butter. I like the strawberry sorbet. What else? Anything with caramel goes. Anything with caramel will be my favorite. I don't do ice cream. I do froyo. What are your pet peeves? What's my biggest pet peeve? One of my biggest pet peeves is people who do not keep time. I can't. I'm a timekeeper. I'm a timekeeper. I'm gonna need you to keep time. I'm gonna need you to keep time. I'm a timekeeper. So yeah, if you don't keep time, no, it's my biggest pet peeve. Among others, like breathing too loudly. Breathing too loudly and like chewing too loudly. Chewing gum too loudly. This is something that I do when I'm alone. I like a nice ghetto chew, like you know how you chew gum so in a ghetto way. But I can only do that when I'm alone. So I don't like people who do that like in public. That's not something you do in public. As a respected lady, you don't do that. You do that alone. Yeah, some toxic things you do by yourself. Do you have any pets? Nope. And if you ask my husband this, he'll say we'll get pets later. I say no, I don't like pets. But if I was to get a pet, I would probably get a cat and not a dog. I need to buy more of this mascara. What's Kush mascara? I need to find this. This was a sample. It's definitely dried. Because my makeup stuff is, I think it's in the car. I don't have it near with me. So, yeah. No pets at the moment. If I was to get one, it would be a cat. But my husband and I cannot agree on that. I don't want a dog because I feel like it's just too much work. Too much work. Especially not in a nini. Not a dog in an apartment. No, we're not doing that. What other question? Let me see. How many siblings do you have? I already said that. I have three siblings, two elder brothers, and an elder sister. What social media platform do you use the most? Instagram. I'm on Instagram a lot, but I'm always on. I'm also quite a lot on TikTok just to see videos, and then I'm also on. I go to Facebook to watch the videos as well. Ooh, that needs blending. Blend, blend, blend. I didn't think it was that shouting. So this Smashbox contour palette powder, I've had this. This is probably expired. I swear. This is expired. I need to find a new one. I don't even know if they make this anymore. I've had this. I don't even want to say for how long I've had this because y'all are gonna judge me. I mean, you have a reason to judge me, but I don't want you to judge me. I've had it for a long time. Um, let's see what else. What are your life goals? Ooh, gosh. My goal in life is just to be closer to God. I know that's kind of cliche, but I do want to get closer to God. I also want to be a really good wife and then a really good mother. And then I want to self-employ myself. Like I want to work myself out of a job. By and this is why I do YouTube. I told you guys I'm trying because I love making videos. I love what I do. So I'm trying to get myself out of employment, so I can focus on being an entrepreneur, being a wife, and a mother. Yeah, one of my life goals. Be a serial entrepreneur and work for myself. What is your favorite book? One of the best books I have ever read is a book called The Lady in Waiting. Uh, this is one of the best books I've ever read. I read this when I was not married. It's really good devotional kind of study book for women just before like you get married and stuff. I really love this book. This is one of my favorite books. And I kind of wanted, I wish I can do this kind of discipleship program with some other women, some girls. I do want to do that. I actually do want to do a lady in waiting series or devotional with um with people. You know what? Let me go ahead and plan that and do. Maybe we can do with our virtual community. If you want to do lady in waiting study book with me, let me know. This one changed my life. It's a really good devotional and kind of self-help book. Let's see. And I'm doing so slowly. I need to do better at what I'm doing right now. Just finishing kind of contouring the brown, the dark contouring. Let's see. What's your favorite color? At the moment, I think I want to say rose gold. My favorite color. It changes all the time. It depends on my mood. What's your coffee order? Starbucks, grande or venti, white chocolate mocha, no whipped cream, extra caramel drizzle. My order. What was your dream job as a kid? Let me tell you a funny story. I used to want to be a neurosurgeon. Let me laugh. Let me laugh. Till the day my dad reminds me, do you remember you used to want to be a neurosurgeon when you grow up? I'm like, yeah, dad. Let's move on. Let's move on from that. Not gonna happen. Not going to happen. Yeah, I used to want to be a neurosurgeon. Obviously, it's after I read the book Gifted Hands by Ben Carson. That's why I wanted to be a neurosurgeon. God have mercy on us. We all wanted to be neurosurgeons after reading that book. Okay, enough blending. It's enough contouring. By the way, I'm not a cream contour person. Me, I like this one. I like my powder because I can manipulate it pretty easily. Pretty easy. Pretty go, pretty go, pretty go. I am. Now let's try and do these eyelashes. Eyelashes. So when it comes to eyelashes, this is where we don't align. Oh my god, it is such a hassle for me. These are used ones because I'm not trying to waste a whole new batch. So you want to see how I struggle putting on eyelashes? Welcome to the show. This is how I struggle. And again, I don't have my tweezers with me. I do not know where they are. Yes, tweezers. Yay! Found some tweezers. Um, this is how I attempt to do eyelashes. Attempt always a wall between. Now you see, I've already started losing. People who just place their eyelashes and they just look. I also feel like this eyelash glue that I'm using kind of makes my eye a little sensitive. I think so. I don't know. Ah, this struggle is real. Me and eyelashes. I'm forcing issues the way some of y'all force issues with some of these men that you guys are dating. Stop forcing issues. If he don't want you, he don't want you, baby girl. Move on. Move on with your life. Okay? The more you force issues, the more you create issues for yourself. I read a quote somewhere. Don't let a man tell you twice that he doesn't want you. Don't let a man tell you twice that he don't want you. Ah, yeah. This other one, I will put it on and we shall continue because I'm almost done now. I'm almost done. Okay. Let me put this on and then I will come back. Which I need struggle. But you see, Mary, I struggle. This is struggle. That's why I barely ever do lashes because I don't understand how you babes do it. Anyway, as I wait for it to dry, let's do one more. What phone do you have? I have an iPhone 13 Pro Max. But I will say we also have a Samsung, which is what I usually use to record my videos. How many countries have you traveled to? Two? America, Kenya. Oh, I've been to Tanzania. That's three. Uh, and America is a continent. Is it a country? I'm displaying my ignorance at this point. America is a continent. But Texas is not a country, it's a state. So I don't know. I don't know. Do you prefer tea or coffee if you know me? If you know me, the answer to this question is simple. Tea, get up a tea, get up a tea, get up a tea. What sports did you play or do you play? I don't play any sports currently, but I'm interested in learning tennis. I love lawn tennis. I'm interested in learning. Maybe down the line, I'll be interested in learning golf because I feel like it's a very sophisticated sport. And I want to think I'm a little sophisticated, just a little, just a wee bit, just a wee bit. But I used in high school, I played because you had to kind of to be part of sports, to do something. I did play handball and badminton. Of course, I was horrible at them. I was just playing because I had to. And then I discovered that I can be a ranger and not really play games. Okay, this is good as it gets. Hey, you have seen the struggle. It is real. The struggle is real. But yeah, we're almost done. We're almost done. We got a couple questions to go. Still almost done. Almost done. Now we do the lipstick. The lipstick. Which one do we do? Which lippy do we do? Who wants to be one? You know what? I feel like red. So we're gonna do red, and we're gonna line our lips first with this. We're gonna line our lips and do. But yeah. So, do you like dogs or cats? Psst, cats. I'm a cat person. If I was allowed, I probably would keep more cats, but I don't want pets because they're such high maintenance, especially with children, because it feels like another whole baby that I have to take care of. I don't want that. My hands are already full with a baby. Do you use PC or Mac? Personal, I use Mac. For work, we use PC. Don't have a choice on that one. Um, what theme parks have you been to? Ha, bruh. One, let me preface by saying I am not an adventure adrenaline junkie. I am not. I'm not an adventure thrill seeker. I like to keep my heart rate at the bare minimum. So in 2016, my friends and I went to Six Flags over Texas. And of course, not knowing what I was getting myself into, I went on the Titan ride, which is the most, I guess, scary or the most like difficult one. Bruh. Huh. You say my wig was snatched. My soul was snatched. I said never again. I will go with you. I will watch you. I'll watch your stuff. I will take care of your phones. But then my phone fell. It fell, and I had to go back the following day to look for it. I had to go to Six Flags without a GPS because I was quite new to driving around Dallas. I had to go without the GPS. Now I understand how people used to use MapQuest before, because that's what I had to do. I had to map out the route, write down the place. I mean the streets I need to, and the roads, the exits and stuff before I left. Anyway, yeah, I've been to Six Flags over Texas. I've also been to the fair. I'm not a big fan of crowds. Me and crowds. Um, what's your favorite drink? Tea. Ketepa tea with milk only. That's my drink. Any day, anytime. As I told you, you guys, if you have a contact for Ketepa, tell them I'm ready to be their influencer in America. Uh-huh. What's your nickname? Guy, I have so many nicknames. And just put on this lipstick, I tell you all the nicknames. This red lippy is life. Okay. What is my nickname? So I've been called so many nicknames. I go by D. I go by in high school, people used to call me Jumper. And that was my nickname. Jumper was my nickname for the longest time. Jumper because my last name was Karuga, and Karoga, what did you say nicely? Roga is jumping Kikuyu, so it's Bika Jumper, but then just call me Jumper. Yeah, that was my nickname for the longest time. And then came in Wairimo. Wairimo is not really a nickname, it's my middle name, but short form of that is Mimo, Mimo Wairish. Yeah, Mimo Wairish, those two. But then there's another nickname that my family members have called me for the longest time. They still do call me till today. I don't know if I should tell you. Anyway, so whatever, I got used to it. They call me Mwana. I know. They call me Mwana because I was again last born. And I didn't know why they call me that because there's so many other last ones in our family. Why am I the only one who gets that one? But yeah, Mana. And you know what? I kind of like it now. I'm like, it feels nice to be Mana. It feels nice. It feels nice. So yeah, I think I'm actually done with my makeup. Honestly, there's nothing much more to be done here. Um, Probably go over with a brush and my Fix It foundation and just is there anything else I haven't done? Yeah, I usually see you babes doing this thing. The last time I tried to do this setting spray, like it dried like with dots on my face and I didn't like it. So I don't know. One of those I have to do this. It was spotty, so I don't know if that's how you babes do it, but that's my easy peasy makeup. The only thing I kind of wanted to do a little bit was this eyeliner because I kind of not messed it up, but can add a little bit. No, I'll mess up. Actually, I can. Since I already done the knee, I've already done the eyelashes. Let me not. And that's how you do makeup kienyeji style. Kienyeji style. So you guys have gotten to know me a little bit better. There's so many questions here. Oh my god. Oh, what else do I say? How tall are you? I am 5'9". Single or taken? Very heavily married. Happily married. If you could live anywhere, where would it be? I probably would live in Kenya, in a really nice place that doesn't have it's not close to town. Of course, I'd have a car with like 3 nannies. I probably would live in Kenya. I think so. Yeah. Do you have any allergies? I surprisingly do not have any allergies. But yeah, that is my simple Kenyan makeup. Thank you for doing my makeup with me and getting to know me a little bit better. As I said, I have some really exciting things that are coming up. I don't want to spill the secret yet. I just want to be like, this is it. But yeah, I think the next video, it might be a vlog video or it might be an introduction or it might be one of the things that I'm actually starting to, because I want to grow, I want to expand. I don't want to just keep doing the same thing over and over again. So I want to also challenge myself to do more in terms of production, in terms of storytelling, in terms of, just so many things. So thank you so much if you have watched this video until the end. If there's anything surprising that you didn't know about me that I just told you, let me know what it is. Let me know. Let me know. But man, I could talk about high school experience for days, days, but we will not. But we will not. But yeah, please do consider subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate that subscribe. I really do. But yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Bye.